Welcome to Risk Forever channel, guys. To the channel which shares the most relevant tips and tricks on how to win at Risk and improve your rank in no time. Subscribe to the channel and you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. Push that notification bell to see new videos first. This is your host ChampionEver. And today we are going to review one of subscriber games. Let's get it started, guys. Subscriber games are being held every weekend on Risk Forever Discord server. I'm gladly invite everyone to join. I will leave invitation link in the comments section down below. Whether you're Grandmaster or novice, don't hesitate to participate. Play in subscriber games, talk about strategy, and most importantly meet the same-minded people as you. There's a lot of Grandmasters and Masters in the server, so if you're struggling to get a game going with high-ranked players, the best way is to find people here. And if you're a low-ranked player, then it will be the best possible practice for you. Also, for those who don't know what the Discord is, let me explain it right quick. Discord is a text and voice chat for gamers, messaging app which you can download for free. There's currently no in-game chat implemented in Risk Global Domination app, so if you want to talk while playing, the best way to do it is to talk on Discord. Anyways, today we are playing 6-player progressive cards game on classic Risk map. We are playing with balanced blitz dice rolls and 60 seconds per turn, no alliances. This time I'm playing against one intermediate rank player who is purple. Well, actually he is master who is playing on his alternative account. Also I'm playing against another master who is the blue player, and even 3 Grandmaster rank players who are orange, yellow and green. Wow! Even 3 Grandmasters. That is definitely going to be a tough battle with all of these masters and Grandmasters. So wish me best of luck, guys. I will need it more than ever. All you need to do is to root for the red player. Let's hope everything will be going well. So yeah, guys, in the last video I mentioned how the game should look where all of the players are decent. This game is a perfect example. Nobody is letting each other to capture a continent, because even though continents don't give that much of the value in progressive card games like in fixed cards games, but still give some of the advantage. Well, if a player captures a continent early, then he gets quite a good advantage, to be honest, cause having quite more troops than anybody else, he will basically be able to take any player out, if troops are not blocked of course, and at the same time he won't be taken out first as well, cause nobody will have that many troops like him. Also, another reason why it is bad when some of the players get continents, that is because it leaves other players, the ones who don't have a continent, in a pretty much small range of the map. So they cannot really be spread out well enough, and that puts them in a total disadvantage position-wise. So they became in a big risk to be taken first, and not only because of their placement but because they will have quite less troops than the players who got continents early as well. And when I say that players should prevent of others to get continents, I don't mean that players should attack players into continents when they just captured them, because it would be just a waste of troops, making both of the players quite weaker. But what I mean by preventing is that players should add troops to that continent before the player who wants to get that continent can have an ability to capture it. In this case, that player won't have an advantage cause he didn't get a continent, and none of the players will have wasted their troops. The only exception when you should attack player into his continent is when he doesn't have a proper defense, like when he only has 1 or 2 troops on his border. So that player won't get a troop bonus, but at the same time that will not be a troops waste for anyone. But then again, take into account of what players you're playing with. While high players know how to properly play and know what they do, and what is the best for the game, most of the low-rank players couldn't understand your motives behind that at all. Like for example, you added some troops to Australia to prevent player from getting it, because you know that it's bad to let others to capture a continent in progressive cards game, and know that as actually would be good for both of the players to have troops in Australia, as it makes both of the players more spread out, mutual benefit in other words. But imagine if that would know any novice or beginner, probably not. Rather they would think that you want to fight for the continent, get mad and attack you. So always look how other player play. Does he seem adequate? Does he seem to know how to properly play with progressive cards? Or does he totally play like he would play with fixed cards, like trying to get a continent as the main priority or maybe even at any cost? Or does he attack players like that? Totally doesn't make sense. So observe the situation, observe the players, and be careful with the decisions you make. By the way, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far, guys. It only takes you a second, but it means a lot to me. Support my channel by doing it right now. Every like matters. Also subscribe for even more episodes of Risk. I'm a Grandmaster ranked player who shares a lot risk tips, tricks and strategy videos. Push the notification bell to see them first. Drastically improve your gameplay by simply watching risk videos. Anyway, as you can see, everyone is playing well so far. They know that one of the main aims in progressive cards games is to be spread out well enough to have few bigger armies in few different places of the map. So it will be harder to take them out, especially when it comes to 60 seconds per turn games, plus they're more suitable to take others out as well. Everyone has their troops like in at least 3 different places. Well, except the yellow player is unlucky to have his troops in only 2 places, and the purple player isn't in the best placement as well. His armies are not that really separated from each other that well, only ones in between. His armies are not blocked between each other with other player troops, and that makes him easily accessible. I would be in a kinda bad situation as well, but I'm really happy to have 7 troops in South America, which are blocked between oranges, purples and greens armies. So that makes me hard to be taken out by blue and yellow players. The blue player is in slightly worse situation. He has troops in Africa, but his troops in Asia and North America are pretty close between each other and not blocked by other players' armies. The green player has a decent placement. Well, it wouldn't be that great without his troops in South America, but these troops over there make a huge difference. And the orange player has the best placement of us all. She really has a decent spot in South America blocked by green and purple troops, a sweet place in Australia blocked by green's troops from Siam, and additionally 3 troops in Europe, and a huge army in North America. Alright, it is green's turn. What is he up to? Trades in a set, and it seems he is going for yellow. Rest in peace, yellow. You shouldn't a player out if you cannot trade in a set in the same turn after taking that player out. Except the cases when you know that you will be able to survive until the next turn. Like when you have a lot of troops, or when you spread out well enough, or when you have a lot of territories. So looking from current situation, it seems that he will survive. So it was a smart for him to take the yellow player out. Or someone will go for green. I don't think so. Yeah, I cannot take him either. Unfortunately. Well, anyway, I need to plan ahead. What I'm going to do next. It seems I'm kinda set up to take either blue or purple player, but only when they will have more cards, of course, and also I will need to trade in a set first though. Oh come on green, come on. Why did you take 7 troops of mine? That was mean. Took 5 troops of orange in Australia as well. He made me an orange to be taken out a little bit easier. I don't really understand what was the point behind that. Or maybe he sees that as the strongest player he is not in danger while everyone, all of us are. He sees that we cannot really take each other out having not that many cards. So does the green player prepare to potentially take all of us out in a single turn? I don't know. I mean, especially when it's obvious that all of us, 4 players, his opponents, cannot take as many territories as possible to not be taken out, like the purple player just did, as the map is not that big, so all of us cannot be safe for sure. But in any case I am safe. I was lucky to have a set at 3, so I traded it in. I'm looking forward to take the blue player out in the next turn, or maybe purple. Depends which one will be more suitable, or actually I might have enough time to take both of them out. We will see how it goes. I'm just waiting for them to have 4 cards each, so I will be able to trade in a set in the same turn. And who knows, I might swipe all of the players out in a single turn. Well, apparently the purple player has a set at 3. That's pretty bad. It seems he is going for blue. And OMG guys, he failed to take him out. When you're trying to take a player out, you should always start from blitz roll, which is the most riskiest one. 23 versus 21 was the riskiest one in this situation, so he should have started with this one. If he had done so, then he wouldn't have wasted his 46 troops army. But it is what it is. My turn is after purple's turn, so this situation highly favored me. I've got to take the blue player out so easily. But I've made a total blunder, as you saw. I was taking the blue player so slow, like a total turtle or a snail. That took me over 30 seconds, like OMG guys, I cannot believe this. If I hadn't been so slow, then I would have had enough time to take the green player out as well. But since I was so slow, I realized that most likely I won't have enough time to take him out, so I didn't even try. So yeah guys, it just proves that you should always be paying attention to the game along with constantly planning on what to do next. I'll admit I wasn't really focused at that moment. And as you can see, it cost me a victory. If I had taken the green player out as well, then I wouldn't have any problems to finish dealing with the purple and orange players, so I would have won easily. So I made a total blunder. I totally missed the opportunity to win, and I cannot believe myself guys. Anyway, as you saw, the green player just took my 11 troops army from North America. But I mean, that probably doesn't really that matter when players have such big armies over 150 troops. But the thing is that I don't have a set, so in case the green player has a set at 3, then he might try to take me out for 5 cards. To avoid that, I could take as many territories as possible, but then I would make the purple player to be taken out easily. I don't want that. So I think I have no other choice but to take the orange player out for 2 cards. 2 cards are only worth 40 troops while I need to take even 70, but at least I will be saved. So yeah, sorry orange, but your time is up. And actually I have came with a plan guys. I need to take some of the territories of purple, but not too many of them. I want that the green player would fail taking him out. I wanted to create an illusion what he can take the purple player out while in reality he cannot. It's only possible to take like 20 territories per turn, so some players only look how many territories the specific player has, but totally ignore the other player's territories they need to go through. So that's what I was trying to do. But even though I made to go through the territory over here and over here, or to make split his army here, I still think I took too many territories of purple. He only has 14 territories left, so I think I made another mistake. But anyways, I mean 3 cards are worth 60 troops while he needs to take out 86 of them. But I mean, even though he might make it with balanced blitz even, he won't still increase troops advantage, but what he will definitely increase is territorial advantage. So that will put me in disadvantage against him. But will he make it guys? The time is almost ran out, and that would be an epic fail of him if he fails. Oh come on, that was so close. My plan which I screwed up almost worked. Almost. Wow, I was so close to winning. But that probably wouldn't have been so interesting if I had won so easily. I mean, it's the end game time guys. 1 versus 1. Grandmaster against Grandmaster. Wish me best of luck guys. Showtime is about to begin. I'm not unblocking his 60 troops army, as you can see. In case he will be stupid to add troops he gets in the next turn to that army, then he won't take many territories at all. But apparently he wasn't that dumb. Anyway, let's see what is he up to. Invades Australia and blocks his army. Nice, very nice. Now goes to invade South America and Africa. And in case he won't fortify one of his armies, then he will be so screwed. And OMG guys, he didn't. I cannot believe this. He will not only lose his territorial advantage, but he won't be able to capture many territories as well. I'm not unblocking any of his armies for sure. I'm starting to believe that I will win this game guys. Wow, I will get so many troops. The only mistake I made is that I didn't leave any troops on Greenland, so Europe got invaded. But at least I fortified some troops to Alaska, so Asia had been saved, also not to mentioning Africa. And wow guys, I've even got 20 troops this turn. 20 troops are equal to 1 card. That's amazing. I blitzed his army so easily. And I would have won, but unfortunately he got so lucky to have a set at 3. So the game continues. But in any case he lost so much territorial advantage he had. That advantage has been taken by me. Anyway, let's see if he will block his army again. That would be hilarious. Alright, he didn't block his army this time. Not good. But what is most dramatic that I don't have a set at 4, la la la. Sad music sound effect please. Anyway, let's continue to play, let's never give up, let's crush that Grandmaster guys. He will regain territorial advantage, and that's pretty bad. It isn't looking good for me at all. But still keep your fingers crossed for me guys. I need your help more than ever. Also smash that thumbs up button in the meantime guys, that would be highly appreciated and would make my day at least a few times better. Can we get 100 likes on this video guys? Anyways, as you can see, I made another mistake. I should have added my troops next to that Green's big army and blitzed it. And also I would have invaded Australia as well, if I had added my troops in that part of the map. But anyway, I have came with another, not that effective solution, which is still technically good, just not that much effective. I fortified my troops to the territory which would block green players' troops. Tip number 1 guys, try to avoid leaving your big armies to the territory which connects to only one opponent's territory, because you can get blocked like this Grandmaster just gotten a moment ago. Anyway, this time I had a set at 3 but I didn't trade it in, because I will still take the same number of territories as if I would have traded in a set. Or maybe I would have taken a few more. But the main reason why I didn't is because if he had a set at 3 again, and apparently he did, then there was a chance that he would have gotten an amazingly good blitz roll blitzing my traded in troops, and that would have given him some of the advantage. That would have been very unlikely, but just in case, I wanted to be absolutely sure that I'll win. He doesn't have any chances to win anymore. I could have started blitzing his troops from the Central America territory, so I wouldn't have needed to split my troops. But decided to start attacking from his biggest army instead, just to get as good blitz roll as possible blitzing these troops. Remember, with more troops you attack, the better blitz roll you will get. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up guys, and also the invitation link to ChampionEver Discord server in the comments section down below. Join and participate in subscriber games as well.